Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Kingsbury. I think most of us can agree the 80s were a great time for music, and today we're going to take a look at 10 underrated songs from the 80s that are forgotten but fantastic. The 1980s weren't just a decade, they were a glitter bomb explosion of synthesizers, hairspray factories, and beats that refused to leave your brain. These tunes defined an entire generation of shoulder pad enthusiasts and cassette flipping experts. Today's list is a playlist equivalent of finding $20 in an old jacket pocket. 10 forgotten gems that prove their worth. Give them each a day of your attention, your reward, a killer playlist, a truckload of memories, and enough trivia to dominate any 80s themed pub quiz. At number 10 on the list is Samantha Fox, I Wanna Have Some Fun. Remember when pop stars didn't need 17 songwriters and an algorithm? Samantha Fox strutted onto the scene in 1988 with this dance floor dynamite. Full Force produced this track with the subtlety of Neon Bulldozer. The song blended R&B and hip-hop elements like a cocktail you'd regret ordering twice. Fox's lyrics focused on enjoying life and freedom, revolutionary concepts apparently worthy of top 10 Billboard status. Her vocal performance energized listeners everywhere, or at least everywhere with functioning radio reception. While not complex enough to confuse your average goldfish, the track delivered exactly what it promised: fun with no apologies. At number 9 on today's list is Atlantic Starr's song Always.
All that a woman should be, and I dedicate my life to you all.
Wedding DJs have been financially sustained by this song since 1987. Released on their All in the Name of Love album, Always was craftier than your aunt's Pinterest board. David and Wayne Lewis wrote and produced this ballad with James Anthony Carmichael, creating a love song smoother than a buttered saxophone. The lyrics explore unconditional love with the depth of a philosophy major who's just discovered romance. Barbara Weathers and David Lewis delivered vocals sweeter than the wedding cake this song inevitably accompanies. The track hit number 1 faster than Guess hit the open bar, cementing its status as the sonic equivalent of matching his and hers towels. 25 years of wedding first dances can't be wrong. At number 8 on today's list is Hall & Oates' song One on One. Before bromances had a name, Hall & Oates perfected the art form through pitch-perfect harmonies. Their 1982 hit from H2O climbed charts like it was late for an important meeting. The dynamic duo plus songwriter Sarah Allen crafted a song that blends genres more successfully than most fusion restaurants blend cuisines. Using basketball as a metaphor for romance was either brilliant or the result of writing lyrics during March Madness. Daryl's soulful vocals paired with John's harmonies created something magical, like finding french fries at the bottom of your takeout bag when you thought they were all gone. Reaching number 7 on Billboard, this track demonstrated why these mustached maestros dominated the decade. At number 7 on today's list is Mr. Mister's song Kyrie. Some bands name themselves so efficiently you have to say their name twice. Mr. Mister released Kyrie in 1985, a song that managed to make Greek phrases radio-friendly, no small feat. Richard Page and Company crafted a track that soared higher than the massive hairstyles of the decade. The song topped Billboard for 2 weeks, approximately 13 days longer than most people understood what Kyrie eleison actually meant. The driving synth rock instrumentation created an anthem that somehow made prayer seem cool to teenagers. Coming from the same album as Broken Wings, Mr. Mister briefly ruled the charts with an iron synthesizer. The band name might have been redundant, but their talent certainly wasn't. At number 6 on today's list is Club Nouveau's song Lean On Me.
Lean on me, we are not strong, and I'll be your friend.
In 1987, Club Nouveau looked at Bill Withers' heartfelt classic and thought, what this needs is more cowbell and drum machines. The audacity paid off spectacularly. Their reimagined version bounced to number 1 faster than people bounced on those weird 80s aerobics videos. It also claimed a Grammy Award, proving that sometimes musical sacrilege gets rewarded rather than punished. The arrangement emphasized unity while adding enough synthesizer to make even Depeche Mode say, maybe dial it back a bit. This fresh take introduced Withers' soulful original to a generation whose attention could only be captured with electronic beats and flashy production. At number 5 on today's list is George Harrison's song, When We Was Fab. In 1987, George Harrison got nostalgic about being a Beatle, which is like Superman reminiscing about that time he could fly. When We Was Fab emerged from his Cloud 9 album like a cheeky wink to his past. Jeff Lynne co-wrote and produced this track, adding more layers than a winter outfit in Minnesota. The title playfully mangled grammar while referencing the Fab Four nickname with the self-awareness of someone who's earned the right to look back fondly. The music video featured more Beatles references than a documentary series, with cameos from Ringo Starr and Elton John. Critics and fans embraced its charm faster than Beatles fans embrace conspiracy theories. Harrison proved you can reference your legendary past without being trapped by it. Congratulations, you've made it to the halfway point of today's video. If you're enjoying today's content, please take a second to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. There I am, we're currently sitting at 1.73 thousand subscribers, so I thank you all for hitting that subscription button. Now let's get back to the article about 10 underrated songs from the 80s that are forgotten but fantastic. At number 4 on today's list is the Traveling Wilburys song, End of the Line.
Well, it's alright, even if the sea are wrong. Well, it's alright.
The Traveling Wilburys weren't so much a supergroup as a musical Avengers team before Marvel made it cool. Dylan, Harrison, Lynn, Orbison, and Petty gathered like they were planning a heist on the Billboard charts. Their 1988 release End of the Line from the Traveling Wilburys Volume 1 delivered folk rock wisdom wrapped in deceptively simple packaging. The song offers hope through difficult times with the casual confidence of someone who's seen it all. Roy Orbison passed away shortly after recording, giving poignant meaning to lyrics about mortality and perseverance. The music video's empty rocking chair during his vocal parts remains one of the music's most touching tributes. 5 legendary voices blending together prove that sometimes the whole is even greater than the sum of its iconic parts.
It's alright, even when push comes to shove. It's alright.
At number 3 on today's list is the B-52s song, Rome. The B-52s came roaring back in 1989 with a song that made Wanderlust sound like the best idea since sliced bread. Cosmic Thing delivered this gem after the band had weathered the devastating loss of guitarist Ricky Wilson. Kate, Fred, Keith, and Cindy crafted a track bouncier than their trademark beehive hairdos. The song's number 3 Billboard position proved that comebacks could be more than just wishful thinking in the cutthroat music industry. Rome combined dance beats with rock elements like a DJ with attention deficit disorder. The lyrics celebrated exploration with the enthusiasm of a travel agent working on commission. This quirky quartet made geographic freedom sound like the ultimate party invitation. At number 2 on today's list is Love and Rocket's song, So Alive. Former goths from Bauhaus found unexpected mainstream success in 1989, proving that sometimes leaving the darkness behind pays dividends. Love and Rockets created a track dreamier than your high school crush. This alternative rock song features guitars hazier than San Francisco in fog season. The hypnotic vocal layers work better than any meditation app, transporting listeners to a state of blissed out cool. Reaching number 3 on Billboard shocked everyone, including probably the band themselves. The poetic lyrics about passion and renewal resonated with audiences who weren't even sure how to categorize the song. Sometimes the most unexpected crossovers work the best. And finally, congratulations, we've made it to number 1. At number 1 on today's list is T'Pau's song Heart and Soul. Named after a Vulcan ritual from Star Trek, T'Pau delivered emotional intensity without the need for mind melding. Their 1987 hit From the Bridge of Spies showcased Carol Decker's vocals that could probably shatter glass at 20 paces. The track featured guitar riffs sharper than the shoulder pads in a corporate boardroom. Synthesizers and powerful vocals created a perfect storm of British pop rock that Americans couldn't resist. Hitting number 4 on the US charts, T'Pau created an intensity rarely matched in the decade's power ballads. While they never conquered America again with the same force, this song remains a perfect example of why British Invasion Part 278 was just as important as its predecessors. When it comes to passionate 80s anthems, this one beats with the heart and soul its title promises. Alright, there you have it, 10 underrated songs from the 80s that are forgotten but fantastic. If you guys enjoyed this little walk down memory lane, taking a look at these 80s songs, give this video a big thumbs up. Hitting that like button will help get this in front of a few more eyes, and I truly appreciate it. And if you got a little time, please take a second to leave me a comment. Go ahead and comment your favorite of these tracks. For me, it was Love and Rockets' So Alive. I haven't heard that song in quite some time, so it was a little walk down memory lane, like I said, and I really enjoyed that one. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. There's a look at my channel. We have 6.9 thousand videos up on the channel, so there's plenty for you to watch. We try to put up 2 to 3 videos per day, so there's always something fresh for you to watch, as well as we get in that short section and clip up these videos to a shorter content as well. So hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell, and make these very good videos a regular part of your day. I thank you for watching this one to the very end. I'm Brian Kingsbury. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.